Action is coming.
Jesus, that is disgusting.
Hello everybody and welcome to Operation Collision Point. This video is not sponsored by Ubisoft, however, they did invite me and a bunch of other content creators to play the new season early on the content creator preview test server, and that's what we did. So in today's video, I'm gonna be breaking down everything that you would probably want to know about Operation Collision Point and what I think of it. I'm also going to be reading off of a script I wrote, so I want to apologize already if I don't look at the camera at all times. Sorry about that. First things first, Operation Collision Point's new operator for the season is a new take on Blackbeard, fully reworked. And instead of the rifle shield we've gotten used to, he now brings the whole package as a full new shield operator on attack. The first one since launch. However, he also runs his primary gun with the shield, meaning you can now use the SCAR or the SR-25 with a full ballistic shield. I know what you're thinking. Another shield operator? Has Ubisoft learned nothing from the meta? But we'll get to that later. It's simply unfortunate timing. Operators are developed for a very long time before they're actually released. However, not everything is said and done on that part. In Operation Collision Points, shields are seeing a ton of changes to tune down their strength. Although I'm not 100% sure if the frustration levels towards them will actually go down. If anything, it might actually go up. Let me explain. Going forward, shields are now going to be easier to suppress with bullets. Good. It's also going to be easier to parry shields. Also good. But they've also decided that the shield bash is not going to do damage at all. And let me explain to you why I'm hesitant to call this change good. Ubisoft make this change while referring to in order to do damage, you gotta expose yourself rule. On paper, that doesn't sound bad. Personally, in general, I think having rules to balance around is not the greatest. There will always be cases where breaking a rule makes more sense, but it also provides for better gameplay, which I do actually think is the case here. Don't misunderstand me, I'm not trying to defend shields here at all. They absolutely need nerfs. But in particular, removing the damage altogether will only cause frustration, because without the damage, it allows a decent shield player to, in essence, hold a defender hostage. And losing control of your character is one of the most frustrating things in any video game ever. And it's not going to be uncommon to see rounds in Operation Collision Point where you will see defenders get tossed around for 20-30 seconds because they're the last one alive and the enemy has shield operators and they just keep stunning the guy until the timer runs out. That's going to happen. Which, yes, that is hilarious, but to me, playing as a defender, it's just gonna cause even more frustration not actually being able to play the game. I'd literally would rather be dead and on cams. But shields are not the only thing seeing changes in Operation Collision Point. We also have a buff for Thunderbird, where Kona stations provide a regen buff, healing you until you're full or you take damage. And she's also gonna have access to the ITA-12S in her kit. Personally, I love this change. I think it's great. Good job, Ubisoft. Ying is getting a minor nerf as well. Fuck's sake. Slowing down her Candela cooking slightly and increasing the roll timer a small bit at all stages of her cook of the Candela. At best, I think this is kind of just a placebo nerf, unless I missed a part where they're changing how the Candela flash effect works. To explain to you why I literally do not know, when we content creators get access to these previews, Ubisoft almost never provides us with actual patch notes. We get to see the exact same panel video that you guys get to see, and then once we get access to the preview server, we kind of just have to go at it and test it and then try to figure out what has actually changed. So, that's fun. And on that note, that wasn't noted, the BOSG is also seeing a nerf. And contrary to popular belief, I'm actually very welcoming of it. Because unlike Ashe and Doc players, I'm not biased towards the things I like. The BOSG in the current state on live is overpowered. And it has been overperforming quite drastically in high elos and competitive games. To put it into perspective why the BOSG is overperforming, 1 year ago back in Heavy Metal, Ubisoft fixed the drop-off of all shotguns, which also included the BOSG, which, yeah, technically it is a shotgun. Personally, in general, I think having rules to balance around is not the greatest, but that made it so that the 125 damage that the BOSG can do, which started to drop off at 40 meters, now starts to drop off at 29. Allowing it to one-shot a 3 armor, or less, up to 29 meters in the chest. Which is bonkers. The nerf, however, to the BOSG is quite disappointing, as it doesn't actually address the issue at all. Ubisoft are lowering the ADS time to slightly over half a second, and that doesn't really change the BOSG's power to lock down angles at all. Which, yeah, I find that pretty disappointing, and it probably won't be the last change we see to the BOSG for now. And last, but definitely not least, Sens is seeing a rework. They're going to be able to toggle their gadget on and off, allowing them to set up their ROUs and then start up the wall or close it up and surprise the defender, and there might definitely be some really cool plays done with this. But Ubisoft are also removing the smoke property of the Sens wall, making it so that operators like Glass, Warden, Maestro, Bulletproof Cams, etc., they can't see through the wall anymore. And I really dislike this, as it removes one of Sens's best synergies right now, which is to play them with Glass. But it also takes a huge step away from the Siege that I've grown to love, which embraces the rock, paper, scissors dynamic of Siege, with cool counters and synergies of all the existing operators, which is really disappointing to me. I do hope Ubisoft reconsiders this aspect of the Sens change, because to me, this is quite a step backwards. Not just for Sens, but for Siege as a whole from a design perspective. And those are the operator changes that we know of so far coming in Operation Collision Point. To me, it's a bit on the shallow side, but it's definitely better than New Blood. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Besides operators, we're also getting the Reputation system full release, the Siege Cup is also getting full release to everybody, we're getting full crossplay where console players can opt in to play with PC players, Zim players won't have a choice, and Rank 2.0 gets a great upgrade with the addition of the Phantom player system, which will more accurately balance stacks that are playing ranked. And that's it for Operation Collision Point. Let me know what you guys think. What do you like? What do you dislike? Let me know down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed my breakdown. I'll see you in the next one. Hit the subscribe button down there. Take care. Bye-bye.